Welcome to online class Principles of Management. I am Adarsh, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government College for Women's Autonomous, Mandya. These are the contents, the meaning of management, definitions of management, nature or characteristics of management, objectives of management, scope of management, importance of management, management as a process, management as a profession, administrative versus management. An organization is a set of people working together to achieve a common goal. Wherever there is an organization, group of people working toward a common goal, some type of a management become essential. No organization can run successfully unless there is someone to manage its activity. It is not difficult to realize the consequences of the situation in which an organization group has no management at all. If various people comprising the group are left to themselves, the result will be utter confusion. Everybody will be managing his own affair and nobody will be responsible for anything. Thus, it is the management which make the people realize the objectives of the group and direct their efforts toward the achievement of these objectives. The management is an essential part of any group activity. It is a primary force within the group or organization which tends to lead it toward the group goal. The management is required to plan, organize, coordinate, control the affairs of the organization. It brings the human and material resources together and motivate the people for achievement of objectives of management. Without management, resources of production remain resources merely and never become production. The term management has been used in a different sense. Sometimes it refers to the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. At other time, it is used to describe it as a functions of managing people. When it comes to point of a definition of management, according to Mary Parker Follett, management is the art of getting things done through others. Follett describes management as an art of directing the activities of other person for reaching an enterprise goal. It also suggests that a manager carries only a directing function. According to Harold Kuntz, management is the art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized group. Kuntz has emphasized the management is getting the work done with the cooperation of people working in the organization. According to J.D. Mooney and A.C. Riley, management is the art of directing and inspiring people. He described management not only directs but motivates the people in an organization for getting their best for the obtaining the objective. According to Entryfile, the management is to forecast and plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. Foyle described management as a process of five functions such as planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. According to Lois Allen, the management is what manager does. This is a broad definition linking all the activities of a managers to the concept of management. Whatever work is undertaken by a managers form a part of management. Donald J. Kolff described management is the art and science of decision making and leadership. The author views management is an art and science of a decision making. The quality of decisions determine the performance of manager. He has also provided leadership to subordinate for the motivating them to undertake their work. According to Rose Moray, management means decision making. Decision making cannot be the only functions of management, even though it is very important. When it comes to point of nature and characteristics of management, the management is a multidisciplinary. As management has developed as a separate discipline, but it draws the knowledge and concept from disciplines such as sociology, psychology, economics, statistics, operations research, etc. Management integrates ideas and concepts from these disciplines and use them for improving the efficiency of organization. Especially management is a group of activity. The management is an essential part of a group activity, as no individual can satisfy all his desire himself. So he unites with his fellow being and work in an organized group to achieve what he can't achieve individually. Wherever there is an organized group of people working toward a common goal, some type of management become essential. Management makes the people realize the objectives of group and direct their efforts to achieve of these objectives. Especially management is a goal oriented. Yes, management aims to achieve economic and social objectives. It is exists to achieve some definite goals or objectives. Especially group effort is management are always directed toward the achievement of some predetermined goal. It is concerned with the establishment and accomplishment of these objectives. Effective management is always management by objectives. Special management is a factor of production. Management is not an end in itself, but a means to achieve the group objectives, just as land, labor, and capital are factors of productions and are essential for the production of goods and service. A management is a factor of production that is required to coordinate the other factors of production for accomplishment of predetermined goals. Especially management is a universal in a character. Management is applicable in all type of organization. Wherever there is a human activity, there is a management. The basis principles of management are of universal application and can be applied in all organization, whether they are in the business, social, religious, culture, sports, education, politics, military. Yes, management is a social process. Yes, management consists of getting things done through others. This involves dealing with the people. The effort of human being have to be directed, coordinated, and regulated by management in order to achieve the desired result. Especially management is a social process entailing the responsibility for the effective and economical planning and the regulation of the operations of an enterprise in a fulfillment of given purpose or task. A management is a system of authority. Since management is a process of directing a man to perform a task, authority to accomplish the work from others is implied in the very concept of management. Authority is the power to get the work done from others and to compel them to work in a certain manner. Management cannot perform in the absence of authority. Management is a dynamic function. Yes, the management is a dynamic function and it has to be performed continuously. It is constantly engaged in the molding of the enterprise in an ever changing business environment. It is concerned not only with the molding of enterprise but also the alteration of environment itself so as to ensure the success of enterprise. In real sense, it is a never ending function. It is a dynamic function. It's a continuous task. Yes. Management is an art as well as a science. A management is a science because it has developed a certain principles which are of universal application. But the result of management depends upon the personal skill of manager, and in this sense management is an art. The art of the manager is essential to make the best use of management science. Thus, management is both science and art. It should be, however, be noted that the science of management is not as exact as the physical science. It is still in the evolutionary stage, may be called as an inexact science or social science. Management is a profession. The present days the management is recognized as a profession. It has a systematic and specialized body of a long knowledge consisting of principles, techniques, and law, and can be taught as a separate discipline or subject. This has also ownership of management. Now, with the advanced large scale business, the management is entrusted in the hands of professional managers. This is the different characteristics of management. When it comes to point of objectives of management, the primary objectives of management is to run the enterprise smoothly. The profit earning objectives of a business is also to kept in the mind while undertaking the various functions. The first main important objectives of the management is the proper utilization of resources. The main objectives of management is to use the various resources of the enterprise is a most economic way. The proper use of men, materials, machine, and money will help a business to earn a sufficient profits to satisfy the various interests. The properties will want to more return on their investment while employees, customers and public will expect a fair deals from the management. All these interests will be satisfied only when physical resources of business are properly utilized. The second main objective of the management is improving a performance. Management should aim to improving the performance of each and every factors of production. The environment should be so congenial that worker are able to give their maximum to enterprise. The fixing of objectives of various factors of production will help them to improving their performance. This is the second main objectives of the management. The most important objectives of the management: mobilizing best talent. The management should try to employ persons in a various field so that better result of possible. The employment of specialists in a various field will be increase the efficiency of various factors of production. There should be a proper environment which should be encouraged a good person to join the enterprise. The better pay scales, proper amenities, future growth potentiality will attract more people in a joining a concern. Through this, it's mobilize best talent. The finally planning for a future. Another most important objectives of the management is to prepare a plans. No management should feel satisfied with the today work if it has not thought of tomorrow. Future plans should take into consideration what is to be done next. So the future performance will depend upon the present planning. So planning for a future is essential to help the concern or business. Okay. This is a meaning, objectives, nature or characteristics of management and objectives of management. Let's meet you in the next class. Thank you.